Good afternoon, everyone. How you guys doing? Good? Good over there? Welcome to the official groundbreaking of the new Eastern Heights K-8 Elementary and Middle School. My name is Dave Stahl, and I have the fortunate role of leading today's celebration. I am part of the construction team that has been working with the district and the architects for a few years now on all of the new projects that you've been hearing about. Almost 2 years ago, we celebrated the first groundbreaking of the new Elyria Athletic Complex and Football Stadium. Raise your hand if you guys have been there. Who's all been there? Congratulations to Coach Culver and the varsity football players for their win against Bedford. That was very exciting. This new Eastern Heights school is the fourth of 5 new buildings being constructed in Elyria, and its journey starts here today. Everyone here will be part of the very first work that is done. You guys are going to kick it off. Years from now, you will be able to tell others what you did today. Soon after the kickoff today, you will see work to begin all around the school, and it's already started. You see the guys working on the trees behind us. At just under 150,000 square feet, it will be the largest of the new schools, the biggest. It will have exciting new spaces for the students to explore. The spaces will be open and flexible, full of light, and most importantly, they'll be air conditioned. It'll have the latest technology and brand new furniture. All of that will be incorporated so that Elyria's students will have all the spaces and tools they need to learn, grow, and succeed. So today, we have 3 speakers who are going to tell you more about this special event today, followed by our formal groundbreaking ceremony, where we'll really have a chance to get dirty, okay? Our first speaker has been directly involved in the project from day one, and it has been a pleasure to work with her. She has worked her whole career for the Elyria City School District, much of it as Director of the Academic Services, and as of January this year as Superintendent. So at this time, I am pleased to welcome Ann Schloss.
Good afternoon. I just want to take credit for the weather. We didn't make it last week, but I think this is even better. But welcome to the groundbreaking at Eastern Heights, and as Dave said, the 4th one. I can't believe Phase 1 is well underway. I think, how many of you have driven around the city and seen the other 3 buildings going up? Aren't they beautiful? Very much so. So it's exciting to get Phase 2 underway, and I think we'll be doing the 5th in the spring over at Westwood campus. But this one's special to me as I was a Heights Knight back in the days with some of the others that are here, and I said I wore the royal blue and white proud. It was in the late 70s, but what a beautiful school it was to go to back then. And I am so honored to be a part of bringing all of you an even better learning space. And as Mr. Stahl said, the learning spaces are going to be much different than what you have right now. You're going to be able to collaborate, inquire, have time for combining classes with the space that's needed to learn differently in the 21st century. So we're extremely excited to be able to bring you that and to really change the face of the whole district and the city with these new schools. I want to welcome all of you to the first day of the new journey. You can see some of the trees are already coming down for the new building, but pretty much all of this area right here is going to be covered with building and exciting. The one thing we want to also let the community know is these are going to be community centers in the city. We want you, as you know, we have the beautiful new stadium and we have opened it to walkers out there, but we want you to know that this is a partnership that we really value what you've done for us at the district. So I'm going to introduce Mr. Stahl back up here and go Heights, right?
So I've had the great fortune of being part of dozens of school projects all across the state of Ohio. And for the most part, each one has had a dedicated board that really works hard to provide the best school experience for their students. I can say for certain that Elyria's board is no different. They are laser focused on providing the best for Elyria's kids. As the manager of all the new construction work, my team and I have had the chance to work directly with all the board members, and our experience has been great. Building a $120 million program with 5 new buildings and a new athletic facility over just a few years is a huge responsibility, and we are fortunate to have school leaders who demand and expect the best from my team. Here to speak with us today are a few of those leaders. First up, current board president, Greg Elyria.
Thank you, Dave. Let's go back in time a little bit, before that school was built. 1949, right here in Elyria. It was a very prosperous time. The end of World War II had just happened. The economy was booming. Unemployment was non-existent. People were at work. People were buying. And the average wage earner made a big $57 a week. Put that in perspective. $57 a week doesn't seem like a lot of money, but a new house at that time was $7,500. A new car, $1,400. Gas cost 17 cents a gallon, and you could buy a new Polaroid camera for 90 bucks. And within 2 minutes, a black and white image would start to appear. You could get a new TV for $100, and people were buying these new TVs because of some new type of show called a soap opera. But if you bought this new TV, you'd have to find somewhere to put it, either on a mantle or maybe on an end table, and it was the center of attention with its big 3-inch screen back at that time. If you weren't into TV, maybe you'd like a good read. There was a hot new book out by George Orwell in 1949 called 1984. If you weren't into reading, some new musical was on Broadway called South Pacific. There were really good times back in 1949. In 1949, in November, the citizens of Elyria decided to pass a levy. There were crowded conditions at McKinley and Garford schools, and the citizens decided to build a new school right here. This building was going to be cutting edge too, let me tell you. It was going to include a science room, a music room, an arts and crafts room, and in the library, not only were they going to have book storage, but they were also going to have book repair right here in the school. And they were also tinkering with some new learning tool called audio-visual aids. They're going to have a new auditorium gymnasium here for multi-use. They're also very proud that within this school was going to be administrative offices, excuse me. They also were very excited about the new acoustic ceilings to lower the noise. Also very, very excited about the new attractive bulletin boards, the warm pastel colors to foster joyful learning and encourage learning for all students. This was all done to educate students for learning in that time. Students needed to be prepared for the trade, craft, or profession of the homogeneous community they were raised in. All this was done in a teacher-centered classroom, learning mostly by rote memorization. Now, as we fast forward 70 years to today, 2019, times are a little bit different. We're talking globalization, data at everybody's fingertips, social media, instant answers, cell phones, changing values and cultures. Everything has changed, and so must education. Our classrooms will move from teacher-centered to student-centered learning areas. They will include maker spaces to foster hands-on learning, to encourage design, experiment, invention, trial and error, and tinkering. Yes, tinkering. We're encouraging tinkering. Our educators will shift from lecturers to facilitators. Our students will move from fact memorization to discovery, hands-on discovery. Note-taking will be replaced by problem solving. The education process will collaborate across the globe or down the street. We will share education methods and alter our processes in light of new advancements. We'll strive to produce integrated young citizens comfortable with global projects or neighborhood needs and issues. We'll no longer prepare students for specific tasks and roles, but we will make a more general approach to teach skills for the students to be able to take care of outcomes for any situation. Our new Eastern Heights will include the successful culture of 1949 with the foundation and pillars of 21st century learning. I'd like to thank the citizens of Elyria for the trust and the investment of all our futures in making the new Eastern Heights possible. Thank you.
Okay, a project like this takes the efforts of many individuals and many groups. There's probably going to be 500 or more people who are going to work on this building throughout its 2-year life cycle. Supporting the school district are experts like the architect, AVG, who's here today. My company will hire dozens of subcontractors, from concrete guys and steel and brick and electricians. And they'll furnish and install the materials on the building, some of which are from right here in Elyria. Some of the subs that are worked are Sibley Roofing and South Shore Electric. They're involved in this project and they're great community leaders. In addition to these examples, the city of Elyria is a key participant in every project. Every month, our team meets with multiple departments from the city to coordinate all of the work that is taking place. Our efforts include the police and the fire department, the city engineer, the safety director, and most importantly, the chief building official. He's the one that's going to say that we can occupy this building in a couple of years. These meetings are very important and a key to our success. So our final speaker today represents the city of Elyria and the city workers who have worked hard on this project. Please welcome Mayor Holly Brenda.
Good morning. I'm so thrilled to be here, and on behalf of the City of Elyria, we want to congratulate the Elyria Board of Education, the administration, the families, and the entire community for building schools for our future. This is a wonderful example of how we're building a legacy for our children yet again in this community. We've always valued education in the City of Elyria from the time we built that first high school chartered west of the Allegheny Mountains to each one of these buildings. And Mr. Ellick did a very eloquent job of giving some history behind this project. It was both informative and entertaining, and Ms. Schloss and I were reflecting on how you forgot home ec. Yeah. It was our time, what can I say? That's right. But I was talking to some of the students over here about what they were most excited about, and the first thing that popped out of their mouths was air conditioning. But we know that there's a lot more going into that building. They reflected on the air conditioning, the playgrounds, the fact that, I thought this was great, that they were going to be in a school with not only their peers, but also some of our older students as well, and they're looking forward to that. But I think we all need to think about how this fits into the bigger picture in our community, and I think Mr. Ellick did a very good job of talking about some of the history. Right now in Elyria, there's over $400 million of public and private investment happening. And $120 million of that is because of the Elyria City School District and the support of our taxpayers and parents in the education process of our children. But it's not just the impact on the schools, it's the impact on our entire community. Strong schools, state-of-the-art buildings, and teachers that care are the best selling points for a community, to businesses, to developers, to anyone looking to invest in the city of Elyria. And right now, we have a great story to tell because we can demonstrate to all of those folks, whether it's other government agencies, nonprofits, but especially business, that Elyria is open for business and we're concerned about and are investing in the workforce of the future of our community. So again, I want to thank you. This is part of a larger renaissance in our city, and the schools are helping to lead the way in it.
Okay, who's ready to dig up some dirt? Yeah. Okay, so there's going to be 3 different tiers. Here's how the process is going to go, okay? So there's hard hats, so I'll call up certain groups. Everybody grabs a hard hat and a shovel, and then we're going to take photos, and we usually take photos in three segments. We'll take with you standing behind the shovel with it in the ground, and then you're going to reach down and grab some dirt and kind of hold it there, and then on the count of 3, the third picture is going to be us tossing the dirt right in front of you. So this first group, we're going to have the 5 board members: Greg, Jim, Annie, Mike, Kevin, Ann, Jordan. Anybody with you today? So the OFCC folks: Jordan, Joy, Treasurer Joy, Aaron, you want to join us? AVG, folks from AVG. Let's see what we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mayor Brenda? Absolutely. Paul? Is Mark Jesse here? And then any other council folks that would like to join us? Just throw the hats behind you if you already brought one. Paul, there's a small shovel over there for you.
Do you have enough shovels?
Yeah, let's throw that one. Throw that one away behind you. Okay, grab a shovel in front of you. Hold on to it. Amy, this is you. Ready? All right, so grab some dirt. Hold it in front of you. And get ready to toss on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice. That concludes the ceremony today. Thank you all for coming, and we look forward to the dedication here in a couple of years from now. So have fun. Have a good day.